Good morning, everybody. So, today I'm just going to bring you a couple of quick announcements on how today is going to go. So, Deborah Silverman said that she is not going to be here until tomorrow. That's what she said. Because it's still taking her a little bit long to, I need to drive up here to the Invention. After getting hypnotized to come here, of course. So she'll be coming here tomorrow morning. She said it would be about 10:45. So we'll look forward to her here. And Melody will not be coming here. The only reason will be for maybe one of the club's meetings and maybe one of the days and the resemblance prayer, but that will be tomorrow. That will all be tomorrow. So the resemblance prayer, I'm going to postpone until tomorrow. Because that's what happens at the Invention. Things get out of plan. So Gemini Clubus will be meeting today at the same time that it met yesterday in the afternoon, and it will be raining later, so you won't feel too guilty, hopefully, about staying inside. And I know that it was a very, very long meeting, and I know you were thinking, when is this going to be done? This has been going on for far too long. I understand, but it's the very, very first meeting. And that means that there has to be a lot of things sorted out on that meeting. So, in just a couple minutes, you're going to all be leaving here, and we're going to be doing just a couple of short little activities that we didn't do before, that everybody is going to partake in. But so, how it's going to work is, today I really, really want to focus right after the Gemini Clubus meets. Then we'll all be back in here and we'll be looking at our music. We won't be looking at A Million Dreams today, because we put most of that, and we learned most of it, and we're going to come back to it in a couple of days. We're going to learn our Gemini song for just Peachy. And also, I still have to come up with, what I'm doing to compose for that song. So we'll be doing that, and then what's going to happen is, Abby and Kathy are going back to their studios because they have things to prepare for the competition teams and their companies, the senior company. And our cloning machines are really acting up, and apparently we've used so much juice and memory out of them that they've lost the memory. So because you can only do so many copies, and when we tried making a copy of someone, the machine just stalled and it didn't budge. So they have to be taken to the Invention headquarters tech space to get fixed, and then they'll bring a whole new line back here. And I don't know how long that's going to be. It's probably going to be in a couple of days' time. So this is the situation right now. However, I'm going to be working with all of you on your solos for the Gemini concert. Okay, so you should hopefully have already picked a song that you want to sing, that you want to me to practice with you of how to sing, and Melody will be offering lessons for those kind of things. But she'll be offering them the day that she arrives here. So she'll be here. She'll be here tomorrow. And then maybe on the 28th, she'll be here. Helping you with your songs and learning all those types of things. So she'll be doing singing lessons with everyone doing their those song solos. So you should have already, as I said, selected a song, okay? And I just want to just see that you have put your name, which your name is already on the clipboard, okay? And then over where it says song, you're putting the name of your song on that little, on the column. And then over on the other side, it is the, the song author. Okay? So, Gemini Clubus, then we're going to come in here and practice the songs, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to be, maybe having some time to, I might help you, work on your solos as well. And then I'm going to be working with the dancers and learning their music, understanding, the actual music and the motion and the, messages and all those kind of things. But they said that the cloning machines should be done in about tomorrow. So, Abby will be coming back here in about a couple of days' time, and she'll be working with all of you on your choreography. So we have a lot of concerts to prepare for. So hers, and we've already worked on the customary for Abby Lee's concert. We've already worked on You Have to Be There in a Million Dreams. And I know what you're thinking. We've only looked at those once or twice. But you just mentioned I have the power to only do so much at one time. So much at one time. Because I can't do 5 million things, and I don't have the patience a lot of the times to sit down and work with you over and over and over again at certain things, because I'm not that kind of person. I like variety. I don't like to stick at one thing too much, because I just have a lot of ideas and a lot of plans and a lot of interests that need to be met when I'm interested in those things. So you all really need to pull your weight, and you need to take the initiative and look at a lot of those lyrics and learn the song, the parts that you're struggling on your own time. I will be working with those songs again, but there'll be a lot of gaps in between. We're doing a bunch of things at one time, and I can only do so many meetings, so definitely make the most out of those and really pick it up. And because by the time of the concert, you need to have the music learned, despite how little we're meeting. So I think that that part of it's on you. It's on me to kind of balance everything out. And I know what you might be thinking, slow it down a little bit. But that's not how the cementing works. That's really not how the cementing works. So that's all I want to say about that. So that's all that I want to say about that. Okay. So what we're going to be doing is you will all, every one of you, is going to have the opportunity, and I did this with my Gemini and my Aries Clubus, when the time that we met, for everybody. And I didn't think to do this in Taurus season. That's why we're going to do it right now, because it's still May. It's still spring. So I don't think that the weather really makes much of a difference at all, really. We're going to be heading outside. All of us are going to be heading outside. And we're going to be going outside, and you're going to channel your Taurus and Virgo energy, and maybe even some Pisces energy as well. When you're really looking at observations of what you're seeing about the spring weather, and of the certain details that you find, or that you see, or you hear, or you taste, or you smell, is this Taurus sensuality with that Virgo analysis on details, and then that Pisces just love for just the gentle things. So, soft, loving things. So that's what you're going to be looking for, is things that you find outside at this time of year that make it unique. Then, and if you don't have any ideas, then I'll be glad enough to give you an idea. We're all going to be coming back in here, and you're going to be sharing your ideas. And for the if one person says an idea that they're going to be doing, then that's the only person who gets to do that little idea, that no one else can. It's theirs and theirs only. So if you found something that someone else shared, then you'll have to think of something else. And I would preferably bring your phones out if you have them, or you can share with a friend or someone else to take pictures of your observations and your ideas. When you get back in here after we have shared everything, then you're going to be making a poster, and I still have a lot of poster and construction paper and colors and colored pencils and crayons and all the kind of stuff over on that table. You're going to be either drawing out or going online and finding pictures and printing them and pasting them onto a poster. And maybe label those pictures. Maybe put like a little trivia fact if you can go online and find something that would be interesting, that would be informative, for whatever you're doing, whatever say. And then on the back of it, you're going to be writing haikus. You're going to be writing several different haikus over all of your observations, up to 2 to 3 observations. That's the limit. And so you're going to be writing haikus. Now, a haiku is a Japanese poem that is only 3 lines. And this is not my specialty, because I'm a descriptive person. This really ties the 2 different art forms of Taurus and Gemini. Taurus loves nature, anything natural, loves drawing, anything artistic, anything immersive with the senses. And Gemini has the gift of words and thinking and speaking. So you're really combining those. So the haiku is the art form in the words, and then the poster and the drawing and the seeing and the taking pictures of things and finding things, using all your senses, is the Taurus part of it. So make sure that you have your first and last name on the back of it, and you're going to make haikus, which are only 3 lines. I'm using figurative language, preferably, of all your observations. You're going to make a final haiku summarizing all of those observations into one 3-line poem haiku. So then what's going to happen is, right after that's done, we're going to be having a little Gemini Clubus game, we're going to be standing in a circle and sharing our astrology. So, we're going to head outside, okay? We're going to go to the front yard. Well, first and foremost, we're going to go into the backyard, okay? And then you're going to find things. And then we're going to head along the sides and then finally in the front yard. So it's still May, it's still spring, just pretend it's Taurus season. And I want you to find a really, really interesting and maybe just a unique detail at this window in this time of year, okay? So let's get to it. Okay, everybody. So, you're all out here, okay? Now, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be searching around the backyard right now, finding something. Okay, it can be texture, color, size, shape, whatever. Finding a really interesting detail that you see. Okay? And I'll be looking as well. And then also, I want you, when you find those things, make note of it by taking a picture of what you find. That way you have it saved. Okay? And try to do as many as you can, up to 2 to 3 or maybe more, because you're going to share your top ideas, and all your ideas, or maybe your top ones, it doesn't matter how many, but up to 4 things in total you're going to be putting on your poster. And try to look for things that people won't usually look for, that's unique and out of the box, and kind of, just not the very, very first thing that we're going to look for. So I'll be looking for things additionally, okay? Maybe this concerns weather, it may concern you here, color. Keep in mind all of those, art and all of those figurative language things, okay? So you have some time to do it, okay? And I want all of you to get to it. And I'm going to let you know when we're done here, and then we're going to head into the front yard. Okay. Now we're in the front yard. This is going to take no time at all. So again, do the same things that you were doing, okay? And this is, so what you're going to do is there's going to be 4 in total, okay? 4 things in total. 2 need to come from the back, 2 need to come from the front, and maybe an additional 1 to the side, and 1 to on the other side. Okay, so 1 to the right side, 1 to the left side. So, I'll give you some time, and when you found everything, we're going to head in and talk about it. And if you need an idea, then I'll give you an idea. Okay, so you've done all of that. Okay, you've found things, hopefully, that you took pictures of. And so now I want you to just share your ideas. So, for example, let me start. And if I say something, then that means no one else can say it or no one else can do it. So I was finding that the sky, that you see a lot of interesting cloud formations, and that the weather in the sky changes a lot. It's very, very fickle. There's a lot of variety, and it looks really, really neat at this time of year. Okay, anyone else? Green grass, okay. Green leaves. Poppies, wonderful. Geraniums. Warmer weather with cool winds. Okay. The birds. Okay, so those are some ideas. So those are the main, most obvious ideas. Remember that if you had those same ideas, you cannot use them. You can't copy, because I want variety, from each one to the next. So, you all said your ideas, and those are yours only. for those of you who found the same things, then, and those were one of your ideas, then go on to the your ideas that were not shared out here, okay, by everybody else. So now I have some tools over there. I have some colored pencils and crayons and some poster paper. You're going to get those things, okay, and then you're going to craft out. You can either draw. I didn't have a lot of drawing and coloring artistic ability, so if you don't, remember you can always go online, copy images to the Google Doc, and then print it out, and then get it from the printer, come back in, put it and glue it on the poster. Or if you have artistic abilities, then draw a picture. And I won't grade you on those artistic abilities, but just remember that it's a choice whether to do one or the other. Or if, what I would require you actually to do is you take the picture that you have. If you didn't take a picture and don't have a phone, use Memory, or use the online internet. But if you have a picture, you can either, if you want to draw, you can color it, copy off of that picture, or you can paste it right in to your poster. And remember, we'll label them as well, and then make sure that you put a lot of color into it. So, like color around the outsides and wherever you see like a lot of white. And so this is going to be very, very artistic. For those of you in the Gemini Clubus, you've already done this, so you don't need to worry about it, so find something quiet to do. And for the rest of you, you're going to be doing it, and I'm going to hang it up along one of the walls over here, okay? And then after we're done with that, I'm going to have you leave, and then we're going to share its astrology for Gemini Clubus. Okay, so Gemini Clubus. Now, I'm going to begin, okay, and we're going to, what I want you all to do is I want you to make a circle around the outside of the room, just like you were doing when we were, when I was trying to, get you all seated. So, just stand along the walls. Just stand along the walls as closest to the walls as you can on all sides. So, we're going to be going around in a circle. We're going to be talking about our sun sign, moon, rising sign, and also then maybe your top planets as well, and then wherever you have the Gemini. If the Gemini is one of your top planets, or where then that's fine. Then you don't need to show your bottom or your middle planets, because those don't really, we won't see those easily. We won't see, like, those don't impact your personality. So I'm going to begin. Sun is in Aries, Moon is in Libra, born during the full moon, and I think rising is in Sagittarius. Mars and Venus are both in Gemini, and Mercury is in Taurus. So that should be very, very simple. And if you know the planets and what they mean, and you know what it means for the planets to be in certain astrological placements, then you can explain those. I didn't do that, but I want you to be able to maybe, if you can, if you know, then add it in. So we're going to go around in a circle. And this is an introductory, just kind of introducing everybody off game. And then it is time for LM with. So, okay, after we're done with this.